Hello, I'm Ray Else, and my latest book is All That We Touch. And I want to read from you today from my work in progress called Our Only Chance. This is Chapter 1, Manaka. Early morning in the high green hills overlooking the old capital of Japan, overlooking Kyoto, next to a stream chasing over gray pebbles, a young eagle with bristly brown feathers notices a woman in a white robe. The woman steps barefoot from the Ryokan Lodge to a platform where a wooden tub is huffing steam. She drops her robe, the woman, exposing the brushstrokes of an exquisite oriental body. Sharp breast and elbows, arched back, long-fingered hands fluttering up as if in dance. Her head jerks. Her black straw hair flips about. The slits of her eyes narrow. Someone watching. But she doesn't cover up, doesn't reach for the robe. Here in the wild, at her lodge, she feels more natural naked than clothed. And what has she to be ashamed of? She, Manaka Yagami, the first female tech billionaire, creator of Aina, the supreme artificial intelligence, her child, the most unnatural of things. Ha! The cold eyes watching were only those of an eagle on a bare branch just there across the way. Let him watch. Let him etch her body on the back of his eyes. She steps into the tub, suffers the burn of the water on her feet and calves, then on her thighs and her bottom as she settles in, the water cutting round her waist, reflecting the sky like a broken mirror. She is both in and out. She sighs, slips her hands into the water, up to her wrist, cutting them the wrong way. No blood. The eagle shrieks and lifts off, flying right above her. A brown feather floats down like dirty snow. Manaka dodges the feather, blowing at it. The lost thing lands on the surface of her bath and spins, weightless, directionless, like a ship that's lost rudder. No feeling at all now. Her body adjusts. Thoughts melt. She becomes the feather, adrift. Once a thing attached to life, to the living, now detached and hollow. Why does she feel so hollow? Her commute to Yagami Industries, downtown, past the old emperor's palace surrounded by pink blossoming cherry trees and the International Manga Museum with its shelves full of candy-colored comic books. She had enjoyed both these places with her parents when she was young, when they first moved to Kyoto from the big island of Hawaii. She enjoyed them no more. She found no joy in anything she did, in fact, anymore. She didn't know why, or when this happened exactly, only that it had happened. She closed her eyes. Her driver cleared his throat. How long had they been sitting there, in front of the 10-story building, in front of her home away from home? She let herself out, had always insisted upon that, and told the driver she would be working late, as usual. He grunted and bowed his head. She entered her building, acknowledged the bows from security behind their counter, and stepped into an elevator where a man, one of her many employees, stood with his son. She did not know him. Impossible to know them all. He looked embarrassed, bowed low and long. The boy, maybe 12, heavy-set, with a round, innocent face and hands as wide and fat as the paws of a bear, did not bow but stood staring inquisitively at Manaka. His eyes had an unusual tint for a Japanese boy, almost blue. The elevator closed its doors and began to climb. "Stop staring," the man whispered to the boy, pushing his head towards the wall. But the head bounced back with its almost blue eyes and locked onto Manaka. Something about her captivated him. "Why don't you have one?" the boy asked Manaka. "One what?" Manaka said, trying to smile, but the boy's worried look stopped her. The elevator chimed. The doors opened. The man grabbed his son by the hand and pulled him out. "Please excuse him, Madam Director," he said as he bowed low in parting. "My son is special, you see. Gets him in trouble. That's why I have him here today. I hope you don't mind." The elevator doors tried to close, but Manaka stopped them with a fast, sure movement of her hands. She stood one leg in and one leg out of the elevator. But what does he mean, she said, that I don't have one? One what? A white rabbit, the boy said. Everyone has one. The man's face fell. He was overwhelmed with embarrassment and something more. Manaka smiled at the boy. Oh, she said, that. Yes, I lost mine. She began to slip back inside the elevator. Madam Director, the man called after her, stopping the closing of the doors with his own hands. Madam Director, you don't understand. My son, as I said, he's special. He can see, can sense people's souls. Manaka's eyes went wide. She helped the man pry the doors back open, the elevator complaining with an angry, repeated chime. She squeezed out of the elevator and the door snapped closed behind her. I don't have a soul, she asked the boy. She stepped closer, got down on one knee, stared into his eyes. You can't see my soul? The boy hesitated, looked to his father, then back into Manaka's face. No, said the boy with great emphasis. No, you don't have one at all. Thank you. Okay, that was chapter 1 from my work in progress, which I hope to have out in 2017, called Our Only Chance. And again, if you're interested, you can go on Amazon and get any of my books. The first one of this series is called Bathing with the Dead. The second one, Her Heart in Ruins. And the last one, that's been a lot of fun to do, and I'm really promoting it this year, All That We Touch. Again, this is Ray Else. Thank you for listening.